Good morning, y'all. I'm so freaking tired. Here's my meal. I've been doing really good. I know I look tired. I've been doing really good on my diet and I've lost a lot of weight. Let me show you guys. I don't have no before and after I'm wearing my boxers, but as you see, all my clothes are loose. They never used to be this loose, actually. You know, because I was having some like wealth issue. Like when I'm depressed, like I don't move and I just eat and smoke and eat junk food and all the crap. But I've been doing a lot better because I've been working a lot more and I've been like focusing on myself, staying off social media, just really focusing on myself. Now I do get on social media for motivational purposes, but I don't go on there just to like F off. So basically, you know, I am an example of somebody that has weight issues. Ever since I was in middle school, my mom fed me fast food because it was easier for her, and she said I would eat that, whatever. She had a lot of excuses on why she didn't give me nutrition, so I'm not going to go into that. But I realized, like, I start getting more health problems and stuff when I eat a lot of fast food and I don't cook, and I don't really like fast food because it makes me feel like crap when I eat it. Let's be real. When I eat fast food, I feel like shit immediately after. So I don't eat a lot of fast food. My diet is very simple. Like if I'm on the road, it's carbs like Korean noodles or pho noodles with some type of protein. If it's hot dogs, if it's chicken, whatever is easy for me to make so I don't have to like prepare too much. Just like, it's not always about like the luxury sense of eating. It's about getting your nutrients. So that is something that I remind myself, like, it's okay to just get the nutrients and not fixate on all these flavors. Like, I love flavorful food, but you don't have to get a huge meal or something that's very like satisfying to keep going. And also I kind of lost my love for certain food, but I do love food. It's just like I'm so focused on my goals is that I don't have time to veer off my diet. It's a lot easier to sustain my long hours of staying up for work, editing, or things that I would like to do for my future. It makes it a lot easier if I make my eating habits super easy. And I eat a lot of spinach. So I got a big bag of spinach Thursday, I believe. Thursday night. And I'm already like at 1/4 down on the bag. So I've been eating like 1/4 of the bag. 2 servings, like this much spinach. 2 servings of that a day. I drink water. I have a good amount of carbs, but because like this meal right here, I'm full. I'm gonna eat another bite and then I'm gonna put it in my little container and save it up for later. So when I get hungry again, because I don't eat. And also nuts, like fatty nuts when I'm hungry or I'm tired and I'm like, I don't want to cook, but I need something to snack on. They totally help my appetite. Like 5-10 almonds, I'm already like full and I'm satisfied for my cravings. I know it's not easy. In fun fact, I've seasoned a lot on my food. I put not really salt, but like different flavor tones. Like maybe some gazo seasoning, got garlic powder, a lot of pepper, cayenne pepper. All depends on what I'm cooking, but I put seasonings because even though you're on this road in this healthy journey, does not mean you need to beat yourself up. Does not mean you need to starve. Does not mean you need to stop eating completely the things you like. I know what I like, and then I modify my diet to what I like. So I love carbs. Now I can't eat a lot of carbs because they fill me up because I'm at my set weight. And this is my set weight. This is a weight that I'm naturally comfortable in, my body's comfortable in, without even me having to work out. Remind you, I don't work out that hard. Like, I'm probably gonna walk the neighborhood, that's about it. But I've been shedding weight literally just by eating healthy. No, I love noodles. But I put a lot of spinach in my noodles. And I don't put a lot of salt in my food. Because I feel like it just blows you up even more, inflames you, increases your blood pressure. I've ate a lot of the spinach already. That's what I usually eat first. So I saw on here, I love how like the spicy. Also, I have in turmeric tea. I have turmeric powder, and I put it in my tea. I mix it with hot water. It doesn't taste bad. I wish I had honey. That's one thing, but I don't want to have honey all in my bag. It's just a mess. I put a lot of flavor in this, so I'm like enjoying it. So that's what I'm saying. You can enjoy it, and also reducing how much you eat. Like if you like carbs, like this is a lot of carbs. This is gonna last me until later on. So I'm excited for that. Now get back to like the ingredient. I'm so relaxed. I'm chilling. I had a long night. Tired, but you know, I'm feeling good because I'm taking care of myself this morning. I got up. As soon as I got up, I started cooking. I made my tea. I'm staying hydrated. I'm almost done with this whole thing I'm drinking. And I'm gonna drink another one, and I gotta go buy another one. But basically, I was watching this episode with Michelle McDaniel when the excuses don't work, the fats versus the thins on Jubilee. And we are going to watch, and I'm going to commentate about it.
It's the thins versus the fats in a new video titled "Is Being
Maybe I am
Fat
hungry.
a Choice" by Jubilee,
No.
which in this day and age is a heated debate. So I have to ask you right now, is being fat a choice? I'm so curious to what you think. So I was very interested to see the different contrasts of opinions when it comes to this topic, because you know it gets heated, and you know when it comes to obesity, well, you know the excuses be flowing. Why the bountiful? Before we get into this though, I saw cynical guys doing like a bingo card whenever he does these things. I want to play bingo too, because whenever we talk about is being fat a choice, all these excuses come out, and there is always some reoccurring type of excuse. So I'm going to bet my smallest, most feeble dog loves it. Stop. Mom's trying to talk. You won't fight back, but you guys will have to fight about how you guys work out visitation rights, because there's quite a bit of you watching. So without further ado, let's look at the video. Is being fat a choice?
Being fat or skinny is a choice. Agreeers?
So if you're not familiar with Jubilee, like middle ground, they get influencers who have opposite opinions, and if you agree, you walk forward and you talk it out. In this instance of the prom, 2 of the thins walk forward, and 1 of the fats actually walk forward as well. Boy, this man is my favorite character.
Of course, not every factor is purely choice. I don't think that every factor is, but I do think a majority of it is. And in most cases, for most people, being skinny or being fat is about willpower.
So yes, as a trainer and just observing so many people blame just so many things: the thyroid, medication, genetics, and then I end up
all of those things are valid, like your health concerns, because I've had health concerns a long time, and when I was like my biggest, like 180 pounds, I was really my health being at risk was high, and I was getting sick. I was eating the wrong shit. I was really in a bad place, and that was I had 2-3 procedures in a year. I was keeping in these procedures and things, and like My doctor kept trying to give me medicines. Allergic. See, these are the signs from Ola God, whatever you believe, you Oya Yamoja. These are the signs that you have to do something. You can't depend on the unnatural, the man-made resources to lose your desired weight. You can't depend on that. That is the thing. Like, they gave me injections. I was allergic to the injections. They gave me medication. They're not good. Like, medication is not good long term. Man-made medication has a lot of side effects, and it's actually bad for your organs. So I start YouTubing all these things about how to reduce these toxins, to cleanse myself, reduce inflammation, the herbs, and the things I need to do. Ooh, that feels so good. So grateful for water. Thank you at my job. Thank you. And I feel like a lot of us making excuses. Listen, I literally was in a shelter, lost weight in the shelter, with microwave foods or whatever they had, or I just wouldn't eat a lot. I would just really not eat. I would work out though. I would try to eat as healthy as possible, ravishing vegetables, protein, whatever. And I was at a good weight. I was looking healthy. I was working out 2 to 3 times a week. I was working. I was going through a lot mentally, but I had to get better. And I also think mentally, because I was losing weight, is because I was stressed out too. Because I had to, at the end of my duration there, I had to get out of there. And once I got out of there, I got depressed because I was institutionalized. So I was going through this depression, like all this stuff that I was going through. So it's just like, it was really hard for me. And I gained weight. Like I gained weight. Like I gained some weight after. And I just remember my body just aching, neck, back, everything was inflamed. Everything. And, I start working out more. I start eating my vegetables in like 2 to 3 weeks. My bloatingness, all that high blood pressure, all that salt, sodium decreased. It went down and I lost the weight. And I am where I am right now.
Training them and they don't stick to the program. And what do they blame? Their genetics. They don't blame themselves for not sticking to a program. They just say, well, I'm not losing weight because of X thing here. Stick to a program. And I mean, really stick to a program, okay? For a year, okay? And if you come out with no result, boom, you are one of science's special cases. But most people kind of stick to something for a few weeks. Notice they only lose 1 pound when they expected 58, and then they give up. And blame, yes, their thyroid.
It's about
and I also think when you're at a certain weight, like if you're over 250, it's going to be extremely harder for you than someone that's like 170, 165 like I was to lose weight. It's going to be really hard. You're not going to drop the same weight. I'm be honest. When I was 180, I had to work hard for months before I saw the results I wanted to see. The first month, I'm like, I feel lighter. I have muscle definition. I lost water weight. Second month, I'm like, okay, we're shedding fat. The third month, oh, we got muscle definition, honey. And as time goes on, you get more and more. Like, I've been fit multiple times. Right now, I'm in the natural state. I'm not forcing my body to be something. Because that's how you get fat right away. Doing it unhealthy. Because I was literally 2 years ago, 140 pounds, which is like my goal weight is 140, 145. And I was 145 pounds. I looked amazing. I looked like 110 pounds because it was mostly muscle. But I loved how I looked. I looked younger. I looked healthier. My skin was glowing. I felt beautiful. And it didn't last long because how I got there was extremities. Working out 3 times a day, 5 days a week, eating very minimalistically. And it dropped and I shed fat and I gained a little muscle. And it was perfect. But it's not sustainable. That's why set point is a thing. And I feel like, I'm not going to do a scientific analysis of what it is or explanation, elaboration, but from my set point, I feel like when I was young, before I started eating fast food, I was skinny, taller. For a kid, I was tall and skinny. And that's my natural body weight. Like, I was a skinny little kid. Like, my nieces and my nephews, they go through growth spurts. They chubby at first and they grow out of it, you know. But technically, if they were chubby when they were young, it's usually around their set weight. And a lot of people can grow out of that and become fit and stay a healthy weight for the rest of their life. But if they ever have a mishap, they will gain that weight because, unfortunately, that's how their body was meant to be. That's completely accurate. And on this video, a lot of people use this as an excuse. It's a whole lot of excuses. Let's go to the excuses, because there's a whole lot of excuses on this page. And whole lot of
excuses. About this guy. So this is the thing. Has an eating problem like the opposite of me. I really like him too, and he's very level-headed as well.
I choose, how I want to look. And I don't fault anyone for how they want to look or how they want to be, but I think it's a choice at the end of the day.
I agree with him. I think I am just wondering, I guess, if he's talking about people with eating disorders, which he has. To that I say, woo! I can feel those comments just tanking it, saying that people with ANORXIA, it's not a choice, it's a mental issue. People with EDs don't choose it. Okay, that's fine. I can't speak for like type people. I can only speak for my type of binge eating.
Because of my body dysmorphia and because of, my tough upbringing, I've been anorexic before. And I was like 130 pounds. And I did not like being skinny. My mom was obsessed with being skinny in my family. I don't want to be skinny. I want to be healthy. Anorexic is not healthy. The fucked up part is like, my mom still liked that I was skinny and stuff, but like she didn't really care about my health until like I went to the hospital for anorexia. I almost died. The doctor said I was literally like 10 minutes away from dying. Failure. Because I was going days with barely eating, but I was riding my bike every day. I was riding my bike 15 miles a day. And I was barely eating. I was just drinking a lot of water. I was really anorexic. I was going through a real eating disorder. Like, real bad. And that's another thing. Like, they have excuses about your parents do this, your parents do that. Let me see. Let's talk. Let's see this, because I got something to say about this. But before we go in there, the skinny girl's gonna, check them about their habits.
So let me know in the comments. Do you think that the opposite of obesity or the opposite of like BED is still a choice?
For me, it's calories in, calories out. Go to the gym, you'll get buff. Don't go to the gym, you won't get buff.
You're saying all the things that people hate, or at least like that fat acceptance people hate. Calories in, calories out. They cannot stand that. Whenever a fat acceptance person like leaks into my YouTube and I say calories in, calories out, you would think that I just said I murder a little puppy. They get pissed. But my thyroid, it's still calories in, calories out. But my PCOS, cool, I have that too. It's still calories in and calories out. All those things make it a lot harder.
100%. And I feel like I'm a predetermined candidate for PCOS. And I have some health issues that make it hard for me to stabilize my weight. That's why the only thing you can do is stabilize your diet and be active. And that's why I believe diet is phase 1. If you get a controllable diet and you stick to that diet lifestyle, you're set for life.
It doesn't make it impossible though. It makes it slow, and most people just want results within like 30 seconds of eating a carrot. And that's just most people. Now you add
That's the thing. You want 30 seconds because you waited 30 years to start working out. I have a thing for me is once I feel heavy and I can't move around as easy, it's time to lose weight. I can't fit my clothes. And remind you, most of my clothes are larges. If my clothes are tight at a large, it's time to cut it down. It's time to eat more vegetables. And I'm not saying starve more. Like, for me, when you eat nutritional things, they fill you up. So if you eat yams, cabbage, vegetables, you're gonna be full off that meal. You're gonna be full for a few hours, and it has all the nutrients to give you a lot more energy than what you have when you eating junk and you hungry a few hours later. These type of foods, like I ate this last night, that had me good for 8 hours, and I had some almonds, and I woke up and I was hungry, of course, but the almonds settled me for the second. Woke up, I cooked, but I was literally not craving food after I ate my meal for 8 hours because of what I eat. I eat things that's gonna fill me up, that's nutritional for me. Now, the carbs that I eat are not good carbs, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, I eat rice, I eat pasta sometimes, I eat, I'm not the best, but I make sure I eat a lot of more vegetables. And I make sure I eat fiber. And I make sure I drink my tea with turmeric. And I make sure I drink my water. I make sure I do those things because I realize they help me with my weight regulation. There's no excuses. There's no excuses. There's no excuses to what you cannot do.
On the issues of like thyroids, PCOS, all the other things, medication, it goes even slower, and most people are not patient. So then all the people who disagree walk on in, and they're ready to tell them their opinion. And that's when the real fun begins. And so the first woman, Mary, says that she was a low-income individual, and they didn't have much of a choice when it came to food.
So when we would get like free meals, even then, it would be like canned food, and it'd be like very much food that's not as edible.
And there's excuse number one. We only got canned food. Now, I understand that being low income is hard. She was eating this very young, so she really didn't have a choice. She got what her parents gave her. But there's so many people that are low income and still make choices to make sure they don't get obese. Canned food is not the problem. It's portion size, which is the problem. I don't know how many bodybuilders live off of canned food.
Say something to that. If your family don't see the importance of health, doesn't matter if you're low income. Listen, my mom grew up, with my first set of siblings, they grew up poor at one time. Like, really poor. And, still, my mom still kind of was cheap growing up. So we had a lot of food, canned foods. But my mom loves vegetables. My mom is a savory veggie girl. So vegetables was always a thing in my household. And my mom knew I love cabbage, greens, spinach. I like vegetables. You know what? And you got to expose your kids. See, I'm not gonna lie, you know why I love spinach? Because I used to watch Popeye. That's why I love spinach. I used to watch Popeye, and then when my mom cooked the spinach, I'll eat the whole entire thing. I'll eat the whole bowl of spinach. Of course, it's sauteed with some salt and pepper and some butter, but I would just eat it. It was so good to me. And I love Popeyes. So I would watch Popeye and eat my spinach, And the environment, if I had kids, I would grow up chopping vegetables with them, showing them how to prepare vegetables, figure out what they like and they don't like, and season it. I'm not getting, seasoning. And some people have things with these seasons, you don't know what they have, MSG, all this stuff. Yeah, you're right. But I'd rather my kids have a little bit of seasoning with some healthy food and keep them on a good diet so they grow up and know that normal so they don't come out of weight.
So interesting enough, I've had tuna every single day for at least a decade.
I start my day with 2 cans of sardines.
I was one that was living off of canned food, and I still tend to eat similarly to how I used to when I didn't have much money. And I would live off of canned green beans, canned tuna, canned chicken. I would get a whole chicken because back then it was very cheap. I think like $4 for a whole chicken. Remove the skin, you're good to go. And then a big bag of rice from Walmart. And it would cost me about $35 to maybe $40 a week. Like I said, canned food's not the problem. I still eat tuna. So occasionally, and this whole thing is 110 calories. You add some rice, add some veggies, and then there you go. Problem is that it doesn't taste as good. So her mom probably made the choice to get the stuff that her kids would like, so they would shut up and not complain about the food. They didn't have a lot of money already. Who the hell wants to stress over kids complaining?
Of course it doesn't taste good, but you season it. That's what I'm saying. You season it to your liking. You find out seasons. I love ethnic food. I love food of all different cultures for a reason. They have seasonings from the earth that are actually have healing properties, like turmeric, thyme, natural cilantro, herbs. All these things have natural anti-inflammatory, natural antimicrobial properties. And they taste good with a balance. Cumin. I love cumin. Anti-inflammatory. Great seasonings. Garlic. Anti-inflammatory. And antimicrobial. Good for your gut health. There's no excuses. I don't want to hear it.
About eating green beans when you can give them spaghetti. I mean, let's be completely
The
honest.
excuses.
Which one are you gonna pick? The cool can with the cool character, or something called chicken of someone that's not disabled and then slightly lower her calories? But she's just saying, well, I'm
Another thing, disabled. People talk about, I'm disabled, I can't lose weight. Literally, I've seen people disabled be fucking win championships at bodybuilding competitions. Why are we having all these excuses? Either you want to get healthy or not. Don't your body hurt? Don't your knees and joints hurt? My back and my neck hurt right now. So I'm drinking my turmeric. Don't your joints hurt? Isn't that a pain on you to have all that on you? You already got the weight of struggles of life, and then you're going to add physical weight and keep that on. That is a lot to handle. And I refuse to have, I already got other things going on. I refuse to also have issues with carrying around unnecessary baggage on my body, in my mind, in my life. Stop the excuses. Now I gotta start my day. Thank you guys for coming and listening and whatever. And I hope you guys stop the excuses and get your together. And I know it's hard. I know you're going through life. And I know that, not everybody has the same resource. Like I told you at the shelter, we didn't have anything. I should have bought myself a kettle. Because if I bought myself a kettle, I could have made a lot more soups with a lot more veggies. And it reminds me, people stole my food there too. People threw away my food, hated on me. And I still try to make it happen. And I got free food. When you're low income, you can get free fresh vegetables in a lot of places. And if it's preserved, listen, if you get green beans from the can, wash it. See, I come from the day my grandma soaked the weenies overnight to take the sodium out, the preservatives, to reduce the salt because she doesn't want high blood pressure. The excuses. Aren't you more than your excuses? You gonna let that get you down? You gonna let that prevent you from living your best life? Does that make any sense? You're going to let your mind tell you you're not able, you're not capable. You're gonna let the devil win. You're gonna let all the doctors win because they're making money off your downfall. They're making money off you being overweight. They're making money off you not being healthy. People, they're making money from this. So you need to take care of yourself. Do your research. Go to the doctor. See where your levels are and see what you can do to reduce those. And I'm not saying don't take that medication. If they give you medication that is like unnecessary, it's an emergency, take it. But like, for instance, like I told you, my health crisis, it was the medication I would get. It was good if I had like a really bad inflammatory episode. But to sustain it, eating healthy, drinking water, taking my turmeric, and keeping my weight down, and being active, and eating anti-inflammatory herbs, pepper, turmeric, oregano, supplements, chlorophyll water. It's worth investing in yourself. And to be honest, figure out what you like. Some people are like, oh, I just drink it straight. I ain't drinking crap straight. My chlorophyll water, I put lemon juice in there. I put a little ginger, orange juice in there. And I dilute it and drink it for a few days to really detox myself. There's no excuses. And people were like, well, I don't want to eat that. Well, find something you do like eating that's healthy and eat that. But you have to eat a balance. You gotta eat the veggies. The antioxidants in spinach and kale is crazy. Fruits. If you don't like savory, eat a lot of fruits, eat a little veggie, get a smoothie that's a lot more, like a lot more fruits than veggies if that's what you need to do. But you can't keep making excuses. I don't want you to go out like this. I don't want you to let your mind fail you. Because you are more than that. You deserve more than that in life to think that you're not worth more. Peace.